Hey everyone, how are you? It is Nights with Pink for your Thursday night. We have a lot of stuff to get through, a lot of updates today. But first, I want to show you this out of Ohio. I, Oops, what is going on? Huh, that's up here. No, I have no idea where this audio is coming from. Hold on. I hate when they do that. All right. I'm going to show you this out of Ohio. Look at this huge tornado in Ohio, Bluffton in Hancock County. Wow, it's a hell of a tornado going through that area. Damaged a bunch of trees, homes, businesses. Apparently, what's this? Oh, no idea. Let's see if we can replay it. Just a storm coming in through Ohio. Um, you can see here like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe five tornado reports in the throughout the area today. You can see here what we call a hook echo. You can see here this is the inflow notch. This is your velocity scan, so it's just showing the couplet. You got your colors going different directions, and this shows rotation within the storm. This might be CC, correlation coefficient. It's showing debris in the air, and I don't know what this is. This could be hail. I'm not sure though. I'd have to check. But I'm pretty sure that's CC, correlation coefficient. It shows here this different colors show debris in the atmosphere that gets lofted up from the tornado through here. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to show that because Ohio seemed to have copped it today. Yeah, it was pretty bad out there. Let's see if there's a video. Are they live? Are they? They're live. Must be still storms going throughout the area. Oh, I hope people in Ohio are okay. Bad day for storms out there. But this is a true crime channel. What happened to my camera? Hey, camera, you have to go this way a bit. Hey guys, how are you? Laura G says, I was watching Ryan Hall earlier. Hail the size of softballs and tornadoes. Yep, they were looking at gorilla hail today. Good to see you all. Verdict is out. Guilty on involuntary manslaughter. We're going to go through that in a minute. But hold on. I want to show you this. I want to start off with Sebastian, and we're going to watch this from Nick Beres from NC5. Hold on.
The video you are about to see is from early around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night, pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son, would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads.
So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to put the link in the chat to Nick Barris's Facebook page where you can watch the rest of that video or replay it again if you want. Give him a click and a follow. I mean, it's the only fair thing to do since we used his video. Yes. So what is it? I don't know. I've watched this about 10 times this morning, having a look through this, and I've gone through all different scenarios in my head. What is it? Is it Sebastian? Could it be him meeting someone? Could it be not Sebastian at all? Could it be someone cleaning up after hurting him? Could it be them, whoever that might be, whoever them is, running around in the dark knowing that they won't be seen because there is no street lights and that they're running around with torches cleaning up after whatever happened. There's several scenarios and I'm not 100% sure what it might be, but what I think it can tell you is that we haven't got to the, answers yet, and it just keeps getting more confusing without more context. We need a lot more context into who is here, how many people is here. Like, is this 2 people? Is this 5 people? You got to remember, these are just 2 lights. There could be 5 people here with 1 torch. Like, you don't know. And I think we just got to keep in mind that, all we can see is 2 little specks of light. But, I've seen a few different theories on what that could mean. And I don't know. I don't really like any of them. I think they're all a bit messy, but I'm sure we will get closer. See, someone here says, do you think it's a handoff? Do you think Sebastian was handed off to his abductor? And then someone else here is like, can you elaborate? And this one says, it's a crime scene cleanup. Very, very, you got to use the spooky voice for that. Kat, how did you open the door? Hi, girl. What are you doing? You just knocked the camera. Thanks, Bubba. Guys, hold on. I got to fix the camera. Rory's decided to come in and lie on the... How did you open the door? We locked you out. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. It's a little better. Not by much, but it's a little bit better. Hopefully, Miss Rory here doesn't knock everything off. All right, how are you all in the chat? Let me say hello. DJ was here. Maria was here. Marilyn Landis. Marlene. Laura. And Reby was here. Hey, Reby. Reby, I'm still looking into mounting things for the poster. Yeah, still looking into a couple of ideas to keep it up there. Hey, Sherry, and Who's the Girl was here. Gambler made it, but not feeling so good. Sean is here. Did I say hello to Maria? I hope I did. Robin Lane is here. Hey, Robin Lane. So this is basically the big news out of today for Sebastian, and I don't know. I don't know what to think except for I wish we could find him. That's what I think. I wish we could find him, and then maybe we would get more answers. Here, I think I got a better quality video of that. The one on Nick Barris's Facebook page is really poor quality for some reason. It's like 144p, which is like 2003 version. Let's have a look at this one from News Channel 5, Nashville.
It's been 17 days since Sebastian Rogers vanished without a trace from his Hendersonville home. And this morning, a surprising new development in the case. Security camera video from the night the teen disappeared. Good everybody, I'm Amy Watson. Nick Barris joins me now here in studio. And Nick, we've all been following this. You do have an update, an exclusive update, including a look at this new video. So what is this showing us?
I can tell you, Amy, right now, this is raising a lot of questions, all right? As we know, authorities collected security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues. Now, the brief video clip here you are about to see shows two lights moving overnight in an area around Sebastian's home. Not much to look at here, but look closely here. I've highlighted the lights, which investigators believe are being carried by two people. Now, the video is from around 3:10 Monday morning, February 26th, the night Sebastian disappeared. Now, as there is not much to see here in that pitch black, other than those two specks of light moving around near Sebastian's home. Now, the video is significant because it shows activity there the night the boy vanished. This very brief video clip appears to show two individuals with lights walking in what may be a common area behind the homes. One light suddenly goes out. The other one is obscured, okay, or it is obscured a bit. The other one stays put, someone just sitting there waiting. Now, I can tell you right now, there is significantly more video that I've obtained, and I'm still in the process of reviewing it all, and it does show more than you just saw there. And I will have the full video in an exclusive story tonight on News Channel 5 at 6. That's just a little bit of it as we sift through it.
And it's miraculous that they could make out that was something in the dark of the night there. So do authorities already have a copy of this video as well?
They're still in the process of vetting it as well. Yes, they do. Now, they can't identify anyone from it, but this may be the only video found so far showing any type of activity in the neighborhood the night Sebastian disappeared. Now, for now, sources are telling me it's hard to say exactly what this video means, but it is now in the case file, and you have to understand could become much more significant depending on where the investigation leads. And again, you're going to see much more of this video tonight on News Channel 5 at 6.
Yeah, Nick, that's great work reporting. I know you've covered this from the very beginning.
There you go. So I'm waiting for them to upload the longer version from tonight's 5 o'clock news, but they haven't done it as of yet. As soon as they do, I will show it to you. But yes, I want to hear what you have to say either in the chat or the comments about that video. What do you think? And do you think it adds anything to the discussion about Sebastian, or are we just going down the wrong path? We need to really just keep focusing on trying to find him, because I don't think two little specks of light, it might tell us that there was someone there, but you're not going to get a license plate from it or an ID maybe because it's so dark. Yeah. Although what I did find interesting, they said it was through the common area at the back of their house, which was one of the places we pointed out originally. If you remember, we showed you that between the houses you could get through, and it leads into bushland, like forest area. So that's interesting. That's sort of the direction, or sort of next to the house, in between it, in a common area. So, yeah. Hopefully when we see the full thing, maybe it has a bit more information or context. I don't think they even told us what time in the morning it was. Here we go. The video is from early Monday morning, February 26, around 3:10 a.m. That says the security camera video appears to show two people near Sebastian's home the night the 15-year-old disappeared. There's no streetlights in Stafford Court. It's pitch black at night. The local council needs to invest more money into streetlights. It says what you will see are just two specks of light, people with flashlights moving in the area around Rogers' Hendersonville home. They said it is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues. The Sumner County Chief Deputy said, "We've had several clips that have come in." Several. That'll be interesting. I wonder why we haven't seen any others up until now. Maybe we will. And he said, and one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see two light sources, which we've circled to help. Hold on, guys. Rory, you right there. These cats, they can't let me have my show to myself, can they? Someone sent it to me, but I haven't been able to have a look yet. Geofencing to check any phones pinging in the area. So maybe it depends how far from the tower they are, how far away that is. That complicates matters. They could. You would think a smart criminal wouldn't bring a mobile phone, but you never know. They did help in that other case. I mean, you never know. Yep, another Maria says, my cats are similar when I'm working at home. That's right. Marlene says, I guess it gives a better timeline of when he went missing. Maybe. There's no confirmation that it's him or they had anything to do with Sebastian going missing. Maybe it's two hunters with, they have like those flashlight things on their head when they go hunting, and they could be someone doing that. Two teenagers going out into that forest area, I don't know, practicing with their BP guns or something. Who knows? We just don't know. I mean, you want to put one and two together and say, oh my God, it's Sebastian and he's meeting his abductor, whoever groomed him. It's definitely them. They come to pick Sebastian up. It could be that too. We just don't know. We'll find out. Four Son Tom says, my eldest son's name is Rory. I love hearing you say it. That's pretty funny. It's a nice name. Maria says if it's someone else, they will let Ellie know. Hopefully. Although we've had other cases where people have been caught on camera and then never come forward to say they were a witness, ever. They've just never come forward in the investigation, even though they're innocent. Yes, he went outside barefoot with a flashlight. A flashlight was missing. So there's that. Hold on. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Ben Popcorn says, I was trying to work at my computer and my cat Jojo took my seat as soon as I got up. Is your cat Jojo that comes into the chat? That's an amazing skill if they can type in the YouTube chat. Yes, so yeah, he went missing, barefoot, apparently a flashlight, and nothing else. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else here. It says, for now, the video is part of Sebastian Rogers' missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the investigation leads. So they're not even sure what it means right now. They just know that they've captured something. What that is, they're not sure either. So, but he's been missing for 18 days. That's such a long time. With no sign of him, nothing, not even a whisper. Okay. So I don't know why we didn't cover the CCTV yesterday, but I think we had other cases that we were doing. All right. Let's continue. I want to talk about, where is it? If I can find it, which is what I always say. No. Yes. All right. I want to talk about this. This is not the correct link, but it's okay. We'll use it. Did anyone see this story? A teenager was found deceased early Wednesday morning after going for a walk with a friend in San Antonio in Texas. A 17-year-old female went for a walk with her male friend around 2:30 a.m. near the 7600 block of Del Oak Drive when her family became worried, according to police. They confronted her friend who claimed he did not know where she went. The family began searching themselves and called the San Antonio Police Department. Upon arrival, an officer discovered a female's body underneath a bridge. A suspect was detained for questioning, but the investigation remains ongoing. What's strange about this is they did release a video of a suspect, and I'm going to show you something. Hold on. They were looking for a dude at one point. Here. They were looking for this guy, and now they're saying, see, they even put out a thing, help us ID this person of interest. And then all of a sudden, now they're saying, oh, don't put his photo anywhere. Take it down. So I don't know if maybe he became just a witness and is not involved, or it doesn't say. But it says here, police have identified a person of interest if you have any information leading to the person's identity. But then it says, the San Antonio Police Department have removed the photos of the person of interest from their social media accounts. He has been identified by detectives and is cooperating with the investigation. So, a bit weird, but I'm going to show you the video here. Oh, that's the right one. Hold on. That's just from the crime scene. Let me find the video for you. Oh, cops outside. I'm just trying to find a news update. Hold on, friend. Let's go to our friends, the Fort Worth Star Telegram, and see if they have anything for us. Here. So it says, a 17-year-old girl's body was found in a ditch under a bridge after her parents reported her missing. San Antonio police said she'd gone on a walk with her neighbor the night of March 12th, according to KSAT. The neighbor returned a few hours later without her, police told the outlet. Police found the girl's phone and jacket before locating her naked body. The teen's body showed signs of trauma when they found her in a drainage ditch under a bridge. She was pronounced dead at the scene. The neighbor she was with was detained. However, police are searching for another person of interest, according to a Facebook post. Another person of interest? Hold on. No, they're not. Yeah, that's that guy that I showed you the photo of. No, they're saying that person has been identified. Police classified the case as a murder, and the investigation is ongoing. Now I want to see what KSAT has on it. Here, they have an update for us. So they have an update from the family. It says, please somebody speak up. Family of teen found strangled in ditch grieve. Hope for answers.
To come to grips with the loss of a young woman with so many things ahead of her. The big question tonight, how does going for a walk end so violently with so many unanswered questions?
Yeah, SAPD detectives say that Caitlin Hernandez, that's the young woman who you just saw, was strangled. Her body was left in a drainage ditch within a half mile from her home. And tonight, her family just wants answers.
Yeah, they tell our Garrett Berger they hope one of you might be able to help.
Caitlin Hernandez was just 2 months from walking the stage at her high school graduation when she went for a walk Tuesday with a friend and didn't come home.
She wanted to become a veterinarian. And y'all took her from us too soon, 17 years old.
Police say someone later found Caitlin's phone in a ditch. And after further searching, officers also found a jacket. And under this bridge, the teen's nude body. The grisly discovery throwing her family into grief and sorrow.
We're barely holding up. We're taking life right now, 1 minute at a time.
Police questioned the neighbor Caitlin walked with. And though they posted a different person of interest online, they say they've since identified him and said he's cooperating. Caitlin's aunt would not discuss the ongoing investigation, focusing instead on the animal loving teen her niece was, the oldest sibling who took time to play with her younger sisters.
And now her little sisters, they no longer have time with her.
But her aunt hopes there's still time for justice, for the person or people responsible to be found. Someone, she says, heard something, saw something, knows something.
I used to live in this area, so I know what you see, you don't say. But I'm begging you, please, please, somebody speak up. Somebody knows something.
That plea, a prayer that only a witness can answer.
The family's planning a vigil for tomorrow night.
I find it a bit weird that they've put out two persons of interest and neither do they think of the killer now. I think that is a bit odd. And now they're asking the community for witnesses in the crime. So, yeah, that's a bit odd. And then she went for a walk with her neighbor, but the neighbor's not the killer. Well, what happened where she somehow got separated from her neighbor on the walk? How does that work? And then how did she end up dead underneath a bridge with no clothes on? Something not adding up there. Like for real. Something's not 100% kosher. And it says Caitlin Hernandez was supposed to graduate in May. Wow, only a couple of months away. She never returned from a walk with a friend Tuesday in the Northeast Side neighborhood. That's odd. The Roosevelt High School senior's nude body was found under a bridge in a drainage ditch in the 7600 block of Oakdale Drive late Tuesday night. She was less than a half mile from her home. San Antonio police said Hernandez had gone for a walk with a guy friend, from the neighborhood, whom Hernandez's family saw a few hours later without her. The friend reportedly told the family he didn't know where the teen was. Well, isn't he just a great guy? You know, as the friend of the family, friend of hers, whatever, you should have walked her home at 3 a.m. in the morning. I mean, so you let a teenage girl just disappear. I mean, I'm not blaming him, but it sounds a little odd. How come, she ended up in a drainage ditch with no clothes on just a couple of hours after she went for a walk with you? And where's that timeline? I hope the investigators are looking into that. It says Hernandez's phone was discovered in a ditch by another man who saw it light up. After further searching, officers found a jacket and then her body. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's office said someone strangled her. The SAPD interviewed the friend with whom she'd gone for a walk. Though they originally asked for the public's help locating a separate person of interest, police have since said they found a man and he is cooperating. The past 2 days have the Hernandez family reeling. They said, "We're barely holding up. We're taking life right now, 1 minute at a time." Apparently, her mom would not discuss the ongoing investigation. Instead, she's focused on who her animal-loving niece was as a person. It's really horrible. It's a horrible case. She was supposed to be a Alright, sorry. She was kicking the camera around, so I put her in, hold on. Sorry, she knocked out the camera cord. She knocked out the camera cord and it wouldn't come back on properly. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Jeez. This is why we don't let the cats in here anymore. I don't know how she opened the door. Okay. Let's keep going. Sorry about that. No more disruptions. It says here, the Hernandez family is planning a vigil for 6 p.m. Friday. That's tomorrow at 118 Ashland Drive. Rodriguez said a pastor will speak and there'll be an opportunity for others to talk as well. Afterwards, attendees will go to the bridge where she was found and play music. Is that something that's normal? To go to like the place where they found the body? Seems a bit spooky. But I guess it's maybe the last place she might have been alive and that's sort of like a spiritual connection for the family. I guess that's how I would look at it. But I don't understand. How was she found? And then they had 2 suspects, both of them brought in, both of them identified, but neither of them are the person.
A 17-year-old girl left her.
Hey, don't show us ads.
In my excitement.
Pause that.
Last night, and when she didn't return, police found her dead in a ditch nearby.
This happened on Del Oak Drive and Ashland Drive in a neighborhood off of Austin Highway and Walzem near Kruger Middle School.
Sarah Costa is live downtown at Public Safety Headquarters. Sarah, have police been able to arrest anyone?
Good morning, Mark and Steph. At this time, no arrests have been made, but police did tell us on scene that a man was detained earlier and he is being questioned by police as we speak. But let's take you to the scene earlier with this video that was shot. Now, we did talk to a sergeant who was on scene earlier, and he told us that this originally came in as a missing persons call earlier in the night, but turned into a homicide when they found the 17-year-old girl dead and naked in a ditch near her home. Police say the 17-year-old's family reported her missing a couple of hours after 7 p.m. They told police she left her home on a walk with a male friend who lives in the neighborhood at 7, then saw the male friend a couple of hours later without her. Police say the man told the family he didn't know where she was and left. So her family went and looked for her with police in the neighborhood, and a passerby found the teenager's phone in a ditch, gave it to police. Now, while police were searching the ditch under Del Oak Street, police found her jacket and eventually found the 17-year-old naked and dead. Police tell us there were no signs of gunshot or stab wounds, but there were signs of abuse. That is why they are investigating this as a homicide. Now, that male friend that she was with earlier is the one that police have detained for questioning. They didn't release how old he was or his name. Police have also not released the name of the 17-year-old girl who was found dead. Now, as we find out more information throughout the morning, we'll keep you posted on air and online. Live from downtown, I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Mark and Stephanie.
All right, there we go. Very sad case. Caitlin Hernandez. 7 hours ago from the San Antonio Express. Let's see if they have anything new. So it says the ME's office identified the teen as Caitlin Elizabeth Hernandez. Police said they found her around 11:30 p.m. Tuesday in the 7600 block of Del Oak Drive after family members said she went on a walk with a neighbor. Didn't they say it was like 3 a.m. in the morning? Hold on. I could have sworn they said it was like real early in the morning. Maybe that was misinformation. Yeah. A 17-year-old female went for a walk with her male friend around 2:30 a.m. A teenager was found deceased early Wednesday morning. So this one has the wrong day on it. Yeah, that timeline's a bit messed up. Police said they found her around 11:30 p.m. Tuesday. Well, that can't be right. That cannot be right. I think we're not going to use that source. I don't trust them now that they're saying Now that they have the wrong day, I don't trust their information. I'm just trying to see if we can find anything else about her. Yeah. And they're just saying that she was strangled. That came from the ME's office. The San Antonio police found her body when they were called for a report of a missing person around 11:30 p.m. Tuesday. Her body had signs of trauma. She was pronounced dead at 12:41 a.m. Wednesday. Okay. According to police, she went for a walk with her neighbor on Tuesday evening, but when he returned a few hours later, she wasn't with him. The timeline is real tight. If she went with the neighbor at any point in the evening, right, and then he returned a few hours later and she wasn't with him, even if we say it's 7 p.m., they find her around 11:30 p.m. and then they pronounce her dead at 12:41 a.m. on Wednesday, early Wednesday morning. So that's a real tight timeline. They said the man she was with, who is a neighborhood friend, was detained for questioning. Early Wednesday morning, SAPD released an image of a different person of interest on their Facebook page. On Thursday, the SAPD said the man had been identified and was cooperating. The man's image was taken off the SAPD social media accounts, and a spokesman advised media to also take down the images. So that's basically saying that he's not the right guy. Also on Thursday, Crime Stoppers announced it is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to a felony arrest. Let's see if they have anything on Crime Stoppers. No, but if you have a tip, tips can be made to Crime Stoppers by calling 210-224-STOP or texting TIP127 plus your tip following it to crimes or 274637 or using the P3 Tips app. Tipsters can remain anonymous. To be eligible for the reward, tips must be submitted directly to Crime Stoppers. There you go. Yeah. That's it for this one. When I know more, I will get back to you on it. This one will be interesting to keep an eye on because I find it interesting. They already interviewed two men. Neither of them are the main suspect or person of interest. So I don't understand that. Just having a look at some of the media. Basically, the parents are asking for anyone who was in the area at the time to call into Crime Stoppers. Look at this. They have a memorial up at the bridge for her. This is the drainage ditch where she was found. So she was found here. And they've left some candles and a cross there for her. What an awful place to leave someone down there, down in that drainage ditch. I mean, it's treating people like they are rubbish. Hey, DJ. DJ says it's very common for Hispanics, in our case Mexicans, to leave a white cross with flowers at the place of death seen along roads. People do that here for roads as well. For like road deaths or people who die in car crashes. They do that here too. Yeah, it's a confusing case, but I will... Over a boy? Yeah, could be. I mean, it is sort of that age. Something's not 100% right though. Something is a little off. I don't know if it's the timeline, the two people they arrested, or there's information missing. There's something off, like, I don't know. Something about the whole, she went for a walk with the neighbor, but the neighbor just rocked up at home later and was like, oh yeah, I did go for a walk with her, but that was like 3 hours ago, and I don't know where she went after that. What do you mean you don't know where she went? Did you guys sort of just walk around the block, high-five each other, and went, cool, I'll see you later? And then she just disappeared into the ether and then wound up dead in a drainage ditch. Is that what happened? Because if that's so, that doesn't really make any sense. Something off about that whole scenario, but there's just not enough information right now, really. I'm just trying to see. The neighbor was detained, and that second person of interest was detained, but neither of them have been arrested. I'm just trying to see if there is another source of information. Hold on. I'm just trying to see if we have like updated. Officials identify the 17-year-old girl found in the ditch. Yeah, she was only 17. It's so young. CBS Austin. Let's have a look. It says her aunt, Crystal Rodriguez, shared a heartbreaking plea with the public to help find a suspect responsible for her niece's murder. On Thursday afternoon, where Caitlin was found on Bellevue Drive on the northeast side, Crystal, along with Caitlin's mother, Angie Hernandez, shared just how adored she was by family and friends. So it does look like they're sort of hanging out where her body was located. The family shared that Caitlin had started going to church recently and was baptized only just last year. Her family said she always had a smile on her face and she was loving and caring. She was just going to play outside with a friend that night. Caitlin was the third oldest daughter out of 6 children. Now the community is welcome to attend her vigil on Friday at 6 p.m. at 118 Ashland Drive. And they're just begging people for information. If you saw something, what they're asking is, don't stick to the street code. And the street code is, I didn't see anything. And they're asking people to please understand that it was a 17-year-old girl who was murdered and that they know they don't want people to speak to police. Like, they know people don't want to give police any information to be considered a snitch, but they really need help in identifying who did this to their daughter. And that's what they're asking for, people to call Crime Stoppers, where you can stay anonymous. No one will ever have to know that you called in at 210-224-7867. So you can remain anonymous and help solve a case. All right. Amy says it's shameful. I agree that no one wants to help. It is. Okay. All right. Let's move to our next one. All right. You guys want to talk about Crumbley? Whenever I hear their last name, I always think they must be very crumbly people. And then I laugh a little bit inside. Oh, geez. Hey, guys, what the hell? Oh, no. I have some... Wow, I knew there was a tornado in Ohio, but guys, a little break for a second. Apparently, there's a mass casualty event in Ohio. A tornado went through a trailer park. Oh, that's like the worst thing that could happen. Those trailer parks just don't stand up to any high-speed wind. Oh, wow, that looks like just rubble. Oh, wow. I hope the people in Ohio can get there and help. Jeez. One local journalist has reported that the storm has caused a mass casualty incident at the park, with people trapped under the remnants of their vans and RVs. Multiple building collapses with people trapped in Russell's Point after tornado. Gas leaks, accidents, fires, power lines down all around Indian Lake. Triage collection points set up. Jeez, I hope people in Ohio keep safe. When was this? Like, Only like 20 minutes ago, they started reporting on this. Wow. I really hope people in Ohio will be okay. Okay, we've got to move on. I'm sorry. Let's go to this. Where is my Amber Alert? Come on. Okay, here. There we go. So El Paso has issued a Amber Alert for a 2-year-old Kenji Montoya of El Paso. El Paso authorities have issued an urgent Amber Alert for a missing 2-year-old boy, Kenji Montoya. According to the El Paso Police Department, Kenji was last seen wearing a Spider-Man long-sleeve shirt and blue jeans. He is described as white with brown hair, brown eyes, standing approximately 2 feet 5 inches tall. The suspect in the abduction has been identified as Miguel Montoya, aged 30. He is described as white male with brown hair, brown eyes, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. Oh, he's a short guy. Miguel Montoya was last seen wearing a black Dragon Ball Z baseball cap, a black leather jacket, and blue shirt. The vehicle associated with the abduction is a gray Dodge Journey with Texas license plate TKR 0213, model year 2020. Here's a photo of Kenji Montoya, and there's the abduction suspect, Miguel Montoya, aged 30. And where is their Amber Alert? Here. Here is their Amber Alert from the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So it says, and they have an update. Miguel Montoya is actually driving a red Chevrolet Cobalt 2008 model, so disregard the previous vehicle descriptor. It says it's a red Chevrolet Cobalt 2008 TRH 6179 Texas plate. The El Paso Police Department is searching for Kenji Montoya, same descriptors as before. They were last seen at 8:46 p.m. on the 13th of the 3rd, 2024 at the 1100 block, in the 1100 block of Kingfish Crescent on a Kingfish Court, El Paso, Texas 79936, wearing the Spider-Man long sleeve shirt, blue jeans. Police are looking for Miguel Montoya, 29 years old, white male, 5 feet 6 inches, wearing the same stuff, Dragon Ball Z cap, black leather jacket, blue shirt, in connection with the abduction. Suspect was last seen in El Paso. All right. Let me see if I can find anything on Kenji. Not that one. Come on, help us out. I don't think any of these places have done a little update for them.
Developing news this afternoon, an Amber Alert remains in effect after an El Paso father kidnapped his 2-year-old son. CBS 4 Noon's Harrison Parker live in Central El Paso with what we know this afternoon. Harrison.
That's right. Police issued an Amber Alert this morning for 2-year-old Kenji Montoya, who was taken by his father last night. They couldn't offer a lot of details, but from the public information officer here, she did offer a couple points that I want to point out just right now. Here's that clip.
We know that there was a weapon that was brandished during the incident, so we are really concerned about locating these two individuals. We do feel that the child is in danger, and that is the reason why we did issue this local Amber Alert. So we are using all of our resources to locate this child.
Well, the police, again, couldn't offer a whole lot of details. They did say that the father has switched cars. They say they're looking for a 2008 red-colored Chevy Cobalt with Texas plates. For those of you watching, that's TRH 6179. They want any local to call 911 if they see this car. They also, in that Amber Alert, I believe, shared a photo of the father and the child. We're going to give you updates as we continue to learn, but they're hopeful that with the resources of the El Paso Police Department, the locals here, and I believe 3 other law enforcement agencies, that they'll be able to get this child before anything happens. Again, we're going to be here throughout the day, but reporting from the El Paso Police Station, Harrison Parker, CBS 4 at noon.
There you go. Kenji Montoya. I hope they find him quickly. We don't need another little kid on the Amber Alert for like 3 weeks. We already have 3 of those. So let me see. So apparently Kenji's mother says Miguel is not allowed to be alone with their son. That is interesting. Let's see. I want to show you this. Let me see if I can get this to you.
So Police Department issuing a local Amber Alert this morning for a missing 2-year-old boy.
And the Crimes Against Persons is seeking assistance in locating 2-year-old Kenji Adonis Montoya and his father Miguel and Angel Montoya, who the child was last seen with. Montoya was waving a weapon in the air and fled the scene with Kenji Montoya on the 7200 block of North Loop in El Paso's Lower Valley. And Kenji Montoya was last seen wearing a Spider-Man long sleeve shirt and jeans. He is 2.5 feet tall and has brown hair and brown eyes. His father, Miguel Montoya, was last seen wearing a black leather jacket, a black Dragon Ball Z hat, and a blue shirt. He is 5 feet 6 inches tall and has brown hair and brown eyes. The mother of Kenji spoke with KTSM on how Montoya is not supposed to be around.
And actually, he's not allowed to be around Kenji because CPS has a safety plan that he's not allowed to be around him. Unless there's a supervising adult, but he never mentioned any adult to supervise. So as of right now, he can't be around him alone and not with me there either.
Now, Montoya may now be utilizing a 2008 Chevrolet Cobalt with Texas plates of TXTRH 6179. According to El Paso Police, Miguel Montoya is currently wanted by the police department on a felony criminal warrant for domestic violence. The police department says the situation is urgent and poses a serious risk to the safety and well-being of Kenji Montoya. If anyone has any information on the whereabouts of Miguel Montoya or Kenji Montoya, you are urged to contact police or...
There you go. The mother said he's not allowed to be alone with the kid at all. So they have a safety plan in place, which is a big deal, and CPS wouldn't let him anywhere near that kid alone. So, by the way, I have some more information about the Huron, Ohio tornado that went through at night. It says fire department reported half-mile wide tornado crossing State Route 103 near the Crawford County, Ohio and Huron County line. Report relayed by emergency management. And here it says, yeah, there's large tornado near Orgalays, Ohio, Mercer County line. Wow. Yeah, but the Huron one is the latest one. That was recent. Real recent. That one is a half-mile wide tornado. So people in Ohio, please bunker down. Half-mile wide is pretty big. Not like El Reno. El Reno was like 4 miles wide, 3 miles wide, something like that. All right. So if you know anything about this little boy, call it in. Call it in on the number on the screen and get him home. If you see him and the dad together somewhere in a car in that descriptor we gave out, call it in 915-566-8477. Call it in, or 1-877-566-8477. There you go. Call it in. Get him home. All right. Next story. If I can find it. Okay. More Riley information out today. Nashville police looking into dozens of tips regarding missing Missouri student. It says the search for University of Missouri student who went missing while visiting Nashville over the weekend continued on Thursday. Investigators with the Nashville Police Department shared an update on the search for 22-year-old Riley Strain at 2 p.m. on Thursday. According to Sergeant Bob Nielsen, a supervisor of missing person investigations, the department has received numerous tips and is working to sift through possible information. A lot of it now at this point is just filtering all the information, he said. We've been getting just dozens of Crime Stoppers tips every day pretty much since this has started. And so it takes time to go through all those, scrutinize that information, make certain that there could be a viable lead. A lot of them, as you can imagine, are just frivolous information. The officers said they were alerted to Strain's disappearance on Saturday. One of his fraternity brothers told investigators Strain had been kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway around 10 p.m. on Friday, March 8. However, when they returned to their room at the Tempo Hotel, Strain wasn't there. By Saturday morning, he still hadn't made it back. Strain's mother, Michelle, said she had FaceTime with Strain just a few hours before he was kicked out of the bar, and he acted normal. Apparently, police department has initiated checks of hospitals and jails, along with cell phone pings near the cell tower located at 19 Oldham Street. His friends were also able to check Strain's Snapchat location somewhere around the Metro Courthouse, but to no avail. When authorities checked with Verizon, the company said it was not able to get a live ping due to the phone being off. His phone's last ping was reportedly between 9:55 p.m. and 10 p.m., somewhere around James Robertson Parkway and Gay Street. Detectives said the last phone conversation Strain had was with one of his friends, was also during that same time period. That was the last time anyone had any kind of interaction with him on the phone. That is weird. Let's listen to the update from today from News 2 WKRN.
Breaking news alert. All right, thank you for joining us for News 2 at 3. I'm Mark Kelly. I want to start with that breaking news alert. No sign of 22-year-old Riley Strain nearly a week after he disappeared in downtown Nashville. The Mizzou student was visiting Music City over the weekend for a fraternity event, and according to law enforcement, Strain was kicked out of Luke Bryan's bar on Broadway for being too intoxicated. He left the bar alone that night and said he was going back to the hotel. However, 16 hours later, his friends called 911 and reported him missing. Police have been searching for Riley ever since. Well, today the search continues along the riverbank, and that's where we find our Adam Mincer. Adam, have police found anything today?
Mark, so far, no new information about where Riley Strain may be. We just heard from law enforcement a short time ago giving a news conference in an update saying that they have no information yet as far as his Apple Watch data, which has been a point of interest, and they're still waiting for some information from his cell phone records. They also say that so far there are no signs of foul play. But this right here on the Cumberland Riverbank is the last known location, according to police. Law enforcement say that he was caught on surveillance camera here. We can actually show you a little bit of that now. He was seen stumbling a little bit and appearing a little disoriented in this footage. But get this, this is actually one of the last places that they have any signs of him whatsoever. As I start to move towards this underpass, this is where everything starts to go blank. No more body cam, no more surveillance cam video of him. Also, no new cell phone pings. Now, they spent the majority of this afternoon looking over here, the edges of the Cumberland, looking from all different angles. We can show you parts of that search. We saw that there were propelling down, trying to get a good look on.
It's quite steep. If you look across that embankment, it is really steep. Look at this. Like, look at the drop from that bridge. It's not tiny. It's not like you could just walk down to the river edge and be like, "Let me go for a swim." In a lot of places, even here, look, it's quite built up, got a lot of trees and shrubs and weeds. You know, look how far down it is from to the water. But you know what? Do you remember that woman who went missing in the UK? And she went missing in a river after she fell in. What was her name? It'll come to me in a second. Nicola Bully. Nicola Bully, if you guys remember that, they searched that river, and that river was so much more tiny than this one. The Cumberland River is quite large. It's quite wide, and it seems to be quite deep in places too. It's got to be at least 4 times bigger than the one that Nicola Bully fell into. And they spent weeks searching the river that Nicola fell into and couldn't find her. They're like, "We are very confident that she is not in this river. We've used sonar. I am the best sonar person in the whole UK, and I bank on my reputation that we checked everything and she is not in here." And then 3 weeks later, they find her body in the reeds in the river. So I would just be cautious at trying to rule anything out based on they've searched the river. They've been searching for 3 days. This river, look how many trees, snags, craps in it, stuff that you could get snagged on, places where boats or sonar couldn't get into. I would be, you know, I would take lessons from Nicola Bully's case and just be prepared that if heaven forbid that he did fall in, that they may be checking and not finding him even though he is there. So, like you can see, look at all this stuff. It's way more overgrown than the one that Nicola fell into too. Look at this. Look at this cop coming out of this area. It's like the tree gave birth to him. Wow, there he goes. Look.
From boats inward to get a better idea they might be missing. Now, I spoke to the sergeant helping lead this investigation a short time ago. This is what he was saying.
A lot of times we're looking for any elements of clothing, also because in this area there's a significant homeless camp, and there's also a homeless camp on the other side of the river. So we're also looking for people that may live over in those areas to talk to. I spoke to one gentleman today that had seen him the other evening before he disappeared, but it was just very briefly. There's a couple other people he actually indicated we need to try to find that may have additional information, so we're looking for them as well. But usually you're looking for anything that they may have dropped along the way, anything that if they fell, maybe it came out of their pocket, a wallet, a cell phone, something to that effect. But so far we haven't found anything like that at all.
There we go. Oh, we're on the wrong page. I don't know why the audio stopped on that, but that's okay. We heard the update. Yeah, there you go. They are still searching for him, still trying to piece together information about what happened to him. The fact that his phone just stopped working, that just something says like it could be water, because as soon as it goes in water, ain't getting no more signal. It can't penetrate the water to get to the phone unless it's right near the surface. Hi. So I kicked you out just a second ago. What are you doing? All right, good boy. Lie down. I wanted to show you something very quickly. And we were talking about Ohio before and Indian Lake. Watch this.
Oh, that campground.
That's violent. Wow, that is a violent tornado. Holy crap. Like the guy said, the guy goes, "Oh, that campground, that's over there apparently."
Is that the tornado? That's the tornado. Oh my, holy shit. Oh my God. It's okay. It's okay.
You sure it's okay, lady? What a monster. This doesn't look as bad. Still a big tornado, but this looks violent. You can tell, just look at the motion on the bottom where it's got this uprising motion here, and this, like, these vortices coming off. Holy moly. Yeah, that's a violent tornado. I hope people in Ohio are okay. I really do. That's storm season is on its way with a bang right now. It's starting and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Jeez. I hope people in that RV park are gonna be okay. I really do. But I came across that video searching for one of our next stories, and I was like, I have to show you that. That tornado is crazy. A nighttime tornado too, more dangerous. People don't know they're coming, can't see them in the dark. And yeah. All right. Let's talk about Crumbley. Very crumbly people. Here we go. Out of ABC News, abcnews.com. Let's have a look. It says a jury has convicted James
Breaking
Crumbley.
news at this hour in the trial.
Says a jury has convicted James Crumbley of involuntary manslaughter over his role in his son's 2021 school shooting at Oxford High School in Michigan. Jurors reached the verdict Thursday evening after deliberating over 2 days. He was found guilty on all 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Didn't they do his wife, and his wife was only like 2 hours? This one was a longer deliberation. That's interesting. It says his son Ethan Crumbley opened fire at Oxford High School in November 2021, killing 4 of his classmates. Their names are Tate Mia, Hannah St. Juliana, and Madison Baldwin, and Justin Schilling, injuring and he injured 7 others. James Crumbley's conviction comes weeks after his wife, Jennifer, was also found guilty of the same 4 charges over her role in the shooting. Both are scheduled to be sentenced on April 9th. Good. It says here, his attorney said, "We have maintained since November 30, 2021 that James did not know that his son could or would harm anyone, that he had obtained the means to do so. James feels terrible about what happened that day. We are obviously disappointed with the outcome. Also understand that the jury had a very difficult task in front of them." During the father's trial, prosecutors argued that James could have prevented the shooting by securing the gun he used in the attack and preventing his son's access to it. He is also accused of failing to get his son help after he displayed warning signs, including violent drawings that were found on a mass test the morning of the shooting. Yeah, definitely. The trial and information I've seen definitely shows that having a child is not a set and forget situation. You have to be active in your child's life. You have to be involved and know exactly what's going on. And that's good parenting. You don't have to smother them, but having a fair idea of your child's headspace, what they're up to, what their interests are, and anything that might be wrong. The fact that this kid seemed like a kid who was basically left to his own devices with very minimal oversight. Like, his mom was there and stuff like that, but she more wanted to be his best friend. She was more like, "Oh, I want to be the 40-year-old cool woman who's awesome with my kid, and my kid's going to give me a high five at the end of the day." Like, no, there's ways to do this. You can be friends with your kids when they're adults, but not when they're this age. This age, they need boundaries. They need, rules, and they need a parental figure to look up to that shows them how to be an adult, especially at this age or just before they turn 18. So it'll set a precedent for both of their killings, both of their guilty verdicts. We'll see if we get an appeal, but I don't know. We'll see. Emily Narb says, this went off my police scanner. They sounded scared. Emily, I'm so sorry. Shad Hunter, ping under tornado warning, just a 2-inch hail. Hey man, go to your safe area, alright? If that tornado's on the ground, don't risk it. Get to your safe location and just hunker down. Don't come back here and watch this video. Go be safe somewhere. What time was the Sebastian video? What do you mean? What time was it taken? Or what time did we watch it? Hey Penguin, good to see you by the way. I know, they're just... I don't know how you don't find them culpable. I think the juries did a great job. They directly and indirectly led to that shooting. And I don't know, maybe we need everyone to take a little bit more responsibility in life so these type of things don't happen. Parents send their kids to school hoping that they get an education and it's a safe place to be, not that they have to go pick up their kids at a morgue. It doesn't happen in other countries. In Australia, it doesn't happen. Kids here, for the most part, are fine. They go through school, they hate it, and they get to go to college at the end. So... Oh, did it? I thought her one was really quick. Maybe I'm thinking of a different trial. Laurie says, where does Shad live? I have no idea. I think he lives in the, underworld where the ghosts live, the floating heads and zombies and things like that. Other than that, I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him. I'm not sure where he lives outside of... I don't know where he lives when he's in the human world. I'm not sure. Yeah. We'll see what happens with this. And there's going to be court cases that try and use the 2 Crumbley trials as basis for arguments for decades to come. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. Anything to make people take care of their weapons more and take the act of having weapons in the household more seriously and making sure, they're locked up, kids can't get to them. Anything that scares people into doing more safety with weapons, I'm happy with, especially for school kids. We need school kids to come home and make it to adulthood. That's what we need. I'm just trying to see if there's anything interesting. I think the most interesting thing is that we're going to see the sentencing on April 9th. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Buddy, you don't have to lick my hands. Come on. He's sitting here like licking my hands while I've got the keyboard. Buddy, stop it. Yeah, he did some weird stuff, and then even his mum messaged like, "Don't get caught." Like, what the hell? No. News Nation is reporting 3 dead from the tornado that touched down in Randolph County. Indiana State Police confirmed to me a trailer park was hit by a tornado in Winchester. At least 3 killed. I'm told this is in the area of North Cache Drive and State Road 32 and US 27. Yeah, Randolph County, Indiana. At least 3 dead from the tornadoes. Damn. This is the last thing you want. It really is. Let's see here. Wow, look at that. There's the another tornado. That looks like the beginning stages of it. It was way more violent later on and bigger than that. That looks like the start of it, either the start or the end of it. It looks like a smaller one. It says at least 3 people were killed after a suspected tornado touched down in Winchester on Thursday night. According to the Indiana State Police, 3 people died after a storm blew through Randolph County. Storm spotters reported a tornado touchdown in Randolph County shortly after 8 p.m. It is not yet confirmed if this is the same tornado that caused the casualties. It might be. Randolph County Sheriff's Office says all power lines are down on State Road 32. Damn. That's horrible. Let me see if I have anything new. I do actually have a bit of the aftermath here.
Highway is meets close to 33 down by Indian Lake where the
This is like sort of what's left of the area. It's dark, there's no power. Just looks like there's stuff everywhere. I know we saw that pretty good video about how
deck.
even into a car.
Tree where
There you go.
whatever this highway is meets close to 33 down by Indian Lake where the
Ah, wow. It's horrible. It says the National Weather Service confirmed tornadoes Thursday night, severe weather all clear. There was a little one, look. Like a little tiny one. Where was this? Huron County. No, that's the new one. Damn, tornadoes everywhere. Hey, well, you can see here, there's at least 2 that were reported there. So, yeah, brutal. Brutal. Okay. We have to go back to crimes. There's not a weather channel. We're not a weather channel. We're a crime channel. Okay. Got about 10 minutes left. Let's see what else we've got. A Minnesota woman. A Minnesota woman is missing? Okay. So the Rochester Police Department is seeking the public's help locating a missing woman, Alice Faye Domia, or Domia, age 34, was last seen leaving her residence in Southwest Rochester on March 3rd between 5:30 and 6:45 p.m. Friends have not been able to get in contact with her since and say that is not typical. Alice may have been pictured on social media at Culver's restaurant the night of March 3rd. Her phone was last pinged in the area of Menards, 3000 Broadway Avenue South, on March 4th around 5 p.m. Description: long brown hair, blue eyes, 5'9", 160 pounds. Last seen wearing 2 braids in her hair, glasses, and a maroon-colored shirt with a picture of Texas on it. Anyone with information regarding Alice's whereabouts is asked to call investigator Andrea Burdick at 507-328-2925 or dispatch on 507-328-6800. Here, on another post that said she was possibly on a Tinder date that night with a man who drove a dark Challenger and supposedly headed to North Star. It would be nice if all the information was available and it was consistent. There has to be more that can be done for her. Yeah, considering I'd never even heard of her. Let's have a look at her name. Alice Faye Domia, or Dobmeyer. Let's see, a little video.
In other news tonight, police are needing your help locating a missing Rochester woman. Take a look. This is 34-year-old Alice Dobmeyer, who was last seen leaving her home in Southwest Rochester on March 3rd. Since then, family and friends have not been able to contact her. Dobmeyer has long brown hair, blue eyes, and is 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing approximately 160 pounds. If you do have any information on her whereabouts, please contact law enforcement at one of the numbers on your screen. We will also have those listed on our website. Well, in Lanesboro, the Frozen River Film Festival is set to get underway this Saturday, and that's why earlier today I sat down with one of the organizers to ask what we can expect to see on the silver screen this year. Take a look.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. We're not going to bitch about anyone's parenting on here. You can say it's not legal. You must be 12 to hunt in my state, but let's leave the parenting thing out. Yeah. Let's not do that. We're not going to sit here and judge each other. Let's see. Yeah, is Snap Crackle Pop okay? Snap Crackle Pop says, I'm holding on here. Don't know what is coming from the storms. Snap Crackle Pop, what area are you in? Can you tell me, like, the region? You don't have to give me a street, but like a region, and I can tell you what's coming your way. I can tell you what's coming in your direction if you want. Let's see if Snap Crackle tells me. Okay, maybe Snap Crackle will tell me in a minute. Northeast Arkansas. I don't think I saw anything further there. Northeast. Let's have a look. Let's start at Jonesboro. Can I make this larger? Little Rock, Arkansas. So, what did you say you were? Northeast? Northeast. Yeah, you do have a line coming for you. This line here. It's moving. It'll eventually clear. If you're up near Jonesboro, it will clear. There is some storms under here though. Jeez, that's bad. But eventually this line will peter out. You're not going to get constant development under it, or shouldn't, because there's probably something here that's stopping it. But it'll get pushed east, east and northeast eventually. Yeah, you got some like, embedded type rotation in this line. I'm sure of it, Arkansas. But once this clears and you get once this part gets north, you'll be clear for the night. There's nothing under it. See, there's no more storms. You just have to sort of wait for this, like from here. So once you see probably Little Rock, north of Little Rock is starting to clear out, you should be all right. Let's see what it says. Tornado watch. So if you are in northeast Arkansas, you're under a tornado watch until midnight, Friday, March 15th. So got a few more hours to go until you're off the tornado watch. So that's for these counties. They just extended it over here. Oh no, it's just going into a different state. Okay. There you go. There's the tornado watch. So eventually this will clear and your tornado watch will drop off. As soon as your tornado watch drops off, you should be okay. But these storms, no tornado warning, at least right now. We've got a couple of minutes. Yeah. I think it'll clear out of Arkansas in an hour or two. It'll go northeast and you'll be okay. Just make sure you listen for your warnings and you hear those sirens or you get that warning on your phone. You get to your safe spot. But I think you're going to be okay in an hour or so. Eventually all this will clear off into the northeast and you'll be all right. It's going to take a little while if you're up in Jonesboro though. So 9:30, 10:30, 10:50. 10:50, you're almost clear. Yeah, probably an hour or so. I'd say if you haven't, you can see it's starting to get much lighter at 10:50 Central Time. You can't see, it's pretty light. So hopefully it keeps going that direction and clears off into the north and It'll go off into Louisville and Kentucky and keep going, probably into Indianapolis, out that way. We'll be back on. We're going to be back on at midnight. So Snap Crackle Pop, if you're still not feeling safe at midnight, we'll be back here at midnight, okay? And you can come back and hang out with us, and I can do a little bit of weather at the end for you. Keep an eye on the radar for you. But yeah, keep an eye on your National Weather Service radio. Listen out for any warnings or any alerts, and as soon as your tornado watch finishes, you should be all right. All right, let me check something. All right, I want to thank my friend Robin Lane. Robin Lane, that is very sweet of you, and didn't leave a message, but you don't have to. I get it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back whenever Trish finishes. Whenever she's done, she's probably got a lot of stories for you tonight. And then I will I'll come back. I will come back. Yep, so we'll be back in about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the late show, okay? Thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate it. What a great night, great live. And this was your Thursday night 9 p.m. show. I hope you got a story that you enjoyed out of there and got more information, and keep you updated on all your true crime news here at Nights with Ping. Peace out, everyone. Keep safe out there, especially if you're in Ohio or Indiana or wherever the tornadoes are. Keep safe, everyone. And if you hear those sirens go off, get to your safe room as quickly as possible and hunker down. Hunker down. It's not worth going to watch the storm. You won't see it at night. And you're better off in your basement or in your bathroom with the mattress over you. So see you later. We'll be back on in a couple of hours, okay? Look for the late show. See you later, everyone. Peace out.